Well, I've done it. I've cancelled my interview tomorrow. I have no idea if I would have met what I would have met if I hadn't. But just to be on the safe side, I might not apply with that same agency. Because even in Melbourne, I was getting the wheelies with the agency's jobs sort of thing. I don't know what I would be meeting if I actually went into one of their jobs. I just get the wheelies, I just think this isn't the right job for me, There is an egg in the back of my head that says, oh, you don't know what you're missing. You don't know what could have been. And I think, yeah, sure, but if I'm going to get the wheelies, chicken out on the interviews, not show up at work, whatever, it's best just not to apply if I feel that bad. If this place had been in a more welcoming spot, like closer to the public transport, sure enough, it may be closer to the bus stop, but that bus trip is unreliable. It varies from one straight bus trip to bus hopping two buses to catching one bus to a certain spot and then walking 30 minutes. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't plan to walk anywhere in 30 minutes. I like the inner city hub because I can usually walk all over the place. Now this was a new area for me. I managed to actually look it up on the internet. It seems green and leafy, but it's not very close to like the train stations or anything. So I could either catch a reliable train to a certain spot and then spend $20 on a taxi, or I could catch the bus. And fair enough, the bus is just around the corner, but the bus trip itself varies, and so I don't know. And I have no idea where the actual business is. It might not be anywhere near the bus stop. It could be like 20 minutes or 30 minutes more further away. Because the actual hub area is quite a few blocks away, So I'm not going to walk 30 minutes to get to the area and then another 30 minutes to bloody get to the hub area where this call center may be, if it's not near the bus stop, which is the bus stop's closer to this hospital. The hospital takes up a few blocks, 2 blocks at least. And then further across, like 5-10 minutes more, you start to get to the more populated area. So if it's way on the other side, I'm like, and say I catch a bus and it's a 30-minute walk, I'm not going to walk another 30 minutes to get to a bloody work. So because of that difficulty of the area, I said no. And I also said no because of conspiracy theories about the particular company being, the kind of company that's unreliable, that you can't trust and stuff. So I thought I said screw that. I don't want to go to this agency. I don't really want to go to this particular job. If the agency had a job right in the city, easy to get to though, I'm sure I would have shown up for the interview. So I think it's a location of this place. Because it varies, the public transport access varies. I don't have a car, so I can't drive 20 minutes or 30 minutes to get there. So I have to catch public transport and walk. So, sure enough, I could be catching the bus, sit in the bus for an hour, get there. I'll catch a bus, 40 minutes later have to switch to another bus somewhere on an undefined location. I have no idea where it stops, but I'm guessing you just have to look out for the stop. And then finally get there after an hour. Or walking takes like 40 minutes on a bus plus 30 minutes walking. So yeah, And you have to do that there and back. And I said, well, this place just has to be in the hub area. That's like at least 20 minutes walk away from the bus stop, which is close to the hospital. I'm like, it just has to be over there. And I'm like, I just couldn't be bothered. I mean, that's difficult to get to for me. I mean, someone with a car might just show up and say, oh, wow, I got a car and whatever. But, because I'm reliable in public transport, I'm like going, well, this kind of sucks because it doesn't have a straight train going to the area. And, the bus, has a few different routes that the bus can take, which is more and more undesirable when it's not a straight bus route. And I'm just like going, do I really want to work here? Do I really want to get this interview? And when I'm saying no, I don't think of money. Because I really like desperately need money. Like the other day, I just wanted to scream and run out of this building because it makes me feel uncomfortable. So, I really need the money. But when I'm being picky, I forget about the money and start thinking about why I shouldn't go. So, I don't know. But I'm feeling a bit bad. I'm going to be feeling bad for a while until I get another job. And then when I get another job, I'm going to be thinking, hey, maybe this other job would have suited me better. Because I doubt I'll be very happy with any job. So, but that was my choice. If I change my mind, I can apply for the job again. I think that's the general rule that you can do. And if they decide they like your resume, they might pick you again. But if I'm getting the willies, or thinking about going to some place, I don't know where it is, it's probably better to just stick to the major train routes, try another job some other place, I like the city area because I just need to catch a train into the city, walk to the building, and it's usually a modern building, and then go whatever floor, and it's a good area to go to, but yeah, I just don't know when my next job will be, and I think, oh, this was probably a real opportunity, and I screwed it up. But then I think, oh, the muck around with all the buses, and I don't even like buses. I hate catching buses, but I can do it. And all the muck around with buses, walking, and I'm like, crap this, I have to walk, and I have to bloody work, and then I have to catch whatever bus routes back, or catch a taxi to whatever train station's nearby. I spend like $40 to $60 a day on taxi fare, which is 1 or 2 hours of your like 5-hour shifts or 8-hour shift or whatever. I think that would have been the best route though. The taxi after going to like the train station and then catching a taxi there. That's like 2 hours worth of work every day on your taxis, and I'm like going, that kind of sucks. But yeah, I don't know. But I think I was a shoo-in for this job. That's why I'm kicking myself. I think I was a shoo-in, but I screwed up the interview already, so I canceled it. They've received confirmation, and now I have no interview to go to. And I'm feeling sad because I think that I was a shoo-in for that job, so... I mean, I don't know that I was. I mean, maybe they wouldn't have chosen me. But if I was, I would have been like, oh, I kind of want this job, unless it's crappy, unless it is an iffy company, and unless, it's something negative. I do want that $30 now, even if I have to catch a bloody taxi. But yeah, I just have to let it go, like let it die from my mind. Be like, yeah, okay, that may have been an opportunity, but I tell you what, if in 2 weeks or whatever, the job is still open, I might apply again. Because some people do that, they apply again and they get it. But I do actually prefer a different location. I mean, it's not like I'm lying. It's just that I still want the job. I still want the money. I still want the experience. I want that sort of dot on my resume sort of thing. But I don't want to work for an iffy company. I don't want to be in a hard to get to place. I don't want to really be wasting my money on taxi fares. But I think for the experience I would, but unless it's a negative experience, then I'm doing the right thing. I just don't know. Like, I'm tearing my hair out. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing. I mean, I have no one to tell me if I'm doing the right thing. If it's an iffy company, if you come to negative stuff at the workplace or getting to the workplace or whatever, then I'm glad I'm not going. But if it's a positive workplace, a positive company, you get positive, good experience, good training, then I'm missing out on something. That's the only thing I'm telling myself before I even try to go there, what it's going to be like. And this is my negative side popping out, because I was doing that a lot in Melbourne as well. I was like going, oh, this company's negative. I don't know what I'm putting myself in. But sometimes I did drag myself to certain companies' interviews, and the interviews are fine, but this is like a negative thinking pattern, and it only comes up with certain things. Like when I start to distrust, or I start to get bad vibes, or I'm just thinking the location's so bad I don't even want to go there, sort of thing. Then I'll think myself out of it, and I'm like, is this like stupid? Like, could I have had like a dozen experiences, positive experiences, and I'm just thinking negatively? Because that's what you don't know. You don't know if you're thinking the right thing or if you're not thinking the right thing. If you're keeping yourself out of trouble in order to live a positive lifestyle and getting positive experience, then that's fine. It's worth tossing these things away. But if these are positive experiences, you're just talking to yourself until you're feeling negative towards them. Then that's a negative thought pattern. It's something that you shouldn't be doing. So, but like I said, if this place was in a better place, that I could just catch a train, walk a few blocks, and I'm there, I would be there. But because there's no train access, you have to catch a bus, and the bus route varies to the point that you're walking at least 30 minutes to get to the place, the suburb, and not the building itself, the suburb, and then you have to walk around until you get to the building a bit more. Then true enough, I don't want to do that because I have a heart murmur. I can't be traipsing back and forth all the time for hours on end. I mean, sure enough, I can do it, but it'll put a lot of stress on me, and I shouldn't be putting myself through that kind of stress. So it's the right reasons to not want to do it. It's just that I don't want to be missing out on something like the money or the experience when I could be throwing myself right into it, and doing whatever I can to be there. Like, even if it means catching a taxi, and waiting for the more favorable bus route to show up on the bus timetable. So even if you do end up catching the train, spending $40 a day on a taxi, whatever, it's worth it, but I don't know. I might have acted too fast in the email. I should have thought about it until today and decided if I still want to go to the interview tomorrow or not. But just to be on the safe side, it might be better just to avoid that particular company, because I generally distrust the particular agency. Even though I've been to like many positive interviews with them, it's just that I just think negative things towards their jobs, and I haven't shown up to one in Melbourne, even though I sort of got in. And I'm just like thinking like, oh, is this some sort of government agency, or do you actually work here, or do you like get like, you know, negative things happen to you or something? So the same thing is supposed to be with Randstad. It's supposed to be a negative company, even though they're professional. I've been to an interview with Randstad, but it's supposed to have negativity within the agency or the jobs that they offer. There's some rebound of negativity, and it's supposed to be an agency thing. So that's why I'm a little bit negative towards even Randstad, even though I've been to one of their interviews. I still feel like cautious and negative. So when dealing with Randstad, some people I know really hate, like Randstad in particular. They say, oh, they're unprofessional, they don't get you the right work and stuff like that. So that they don't like that agency. So yeah, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if I'm doing something right or if I'm doing something wrong, but I did it. So I'll have to just live by my choice and forget about it, because I am struggling in my environment. Even though this is like a really tranquil environment compared to what I used to live in, I want to live by myself. You know, I hate living with other people. I don't like to be confronted, like in a negative way when there's no need for it. And I don't like to be told negative things, you know. So I want to live by myself, basically. But I can't afford it. So I'm stuck here, and when I think about how much I don't like it, like the way living with someone and being under someone's roof, I want to be under my own roof, because then no one can kick you out, no one can say negative things to you. And I've always wanted this, but I've never been able to afford it. So that's why I want like all the money and the jobs, build up my resume. But I was feeling uneasy, and I probably jumped too soon. I probably should have dragged myself to the interview and at least like seen what it's like, but I didn't. So I'm gonna have to live with that and continue applying for other jobs until I get one. I have no idea when that will be. I could get one tomorrow, and I have no idea if I like them. Maybe this job was perfect for me. I just didn't trust it enough. I don't know. I'll never know. And that's why I'm upset. I'm sort of moody and sad until I get a job. I'm moody and sad that I've lost a job. Because if I don't get the job and I've gone to the interview, I go, oh, fair enough. I mean, that's fair enough. You tried. But if you don't go to the job interview, you'll never know if you could have gotten a job. And you'll never know what that job was like, because you've never been, sort of thing. So, I'm going to have to just close my mind about this and keep applying for other jobs. So I've got I bookmarked like 5 or 6 last night when I was searching on my phone, and I'll just have to apply for the ones that I bookmarked and continue applying until I get one. I have no idea what it's going to be or how comfortable I feel, whether I'll last a short time or a long time or what, but I'm just going to have to forget about this episode and apply for other jobs. Yep, I think that's the best thing for me to do. Just forget about it. Keep applying for other jobs. I mean, it's not like I'm not doing things. It's just that I really want a job. So, I'm just gonna have to take a deep... I could talk about this all day. Like, just tell myself I have to take a deep breath and tell myself, well, I'll just have to apply for other jobs because I've already cancelled the interview and I'm not really fond of saying, hey, I want the interview after all when I've shown a lot of negativity towards it. I mean, and I still don't really love the location or the idea of actually going to this job every day because of the location and stuff. So I have a tingle in my mind and it's like negative when I think of it. And so I still have like the reservations over it, but I'm just gonna have to forget about it and try other jobs. Yep, that's the best thing for me to do.